Hey folks, July 1st, 2025, year of our Lord. Let's check out these pumpkins. Man, it's hard to get out of that habit. Let's check out these squash. They're all squash this year. Still want to call them pumpkins. Hold tight, I'm going to show you what's going on. All right, so our stop sign patch. Man, we got some leaves rolling, rocking and rolling. Fence is hot and it's raining. That's never a good scenario, is it? Oh, mercy. She looks good, though. Got a stump fan on. Oh, let's walk around to the fruit. There's my electrical cover. Ye old board. So I'm doing this with a lot of my fruit right now because it's just been so rainy. This is a good way to keep things dry and make sure my fans and everything's still working on my cams. So I can look at it at work and go, yeah, I still have power, because that thing's inflated and it's blowing fresh air in underneath this tarpaulin structure. My goodness, if I had a lot of questions about my tarpaulin structure and my whole fruit setup. So let's go over that real quick here in the stop sign patch. 2 sheets of mill fabric. The fruit's sitting right on it, on the ground. And let's crawl in. 4 T-posts on each side. The T-post at the very top has a piece of foam. And that foam is there to make sure that that T-post doesn't cut into my tarpaulin. On this side, same thing. Tarpaulin, T-post, foam, pool noodle. But I have a piece of PVC. I got that PVC bolted down with a handful of zip ties and some duct tape. And then it arches up here. How do you get that arch on that roof, Doc? Right there. Single piece of PVC. And on the big tarps, you'll see in the bottom maybe I'll show it, maybe I won't. I have another piece of PVC running it off. But this keeps this thing all tinted up to make sure you don't have water sagging down in here. Big old saggy water, and it breaks free and just blows everything to boogers and back. I'm gonna crank this down, or at least off. Probably should have done that before I started talking. Too late now. All right, so this is Cindy at the stop sign patch. She's a good fruit. I don't know her age offhand. What is she, 13 or 14 or 12? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. She's behind the other girls. She's smaller. Stem is just blown to bits, but healing beautifully. Because that airflow, look how dry that is, guys. It is an absolute swamp here. Look at these leaves. Swamp. I'm living in a swamp. But that right there is dry. And why is that dry? Because I have a fan, a table, and a brick. And it keeps that inflated, keeps it all puffed up like a bouncy house. And this girl just bounces to scale like a winner. Goodness gracious. Let's go check out them big fruit. Raining cats and dogs. Got mud flowing through my patch, but my little pumpkin inflates are still inflated. Still inflated pumpkin inflates. That's good. That means my wires are out of a torrential, which is good. No grounding out or any of that nastiness. Boy, the tomatoes took a hit. Woo. So yeah, Frostbite lives. She's still doing work. Look at that. Do work, Frostbite. There's some blossoms there. Someday I'm gonna cross something with Frostbite. Not today, baby. So the big girl's happy and healthy, as far as I can tell. And I'm keeping a close eye on our stems, our vines, our stumps, everything that you gotta keep a close eye on. Foliage is fat and healthy. It is. It's a jungle. We definitely have greened out quite nicely. Happy with that. And I check those stumps daily. Check the main vines pretty much daily at this point. When it's not raining, when you can get out here and actually check it. I'm gonna weed through here. I've got the 1415 Rick on the left and the 1592 Cindy there on the right. They're buried beautifully, and I've got the side vines, main, and the secondary coming off the pumpkin just sweeping down, and that's puffed up from the wind. Don't get too excited. Doc doesn't have a fruit that big. He wishes he did, but you can wish in one hand, you know what in the other. So the stop sign fruit was 14 days old. I looked that up in between videos, 14 days. The little water tank Rick down here is 13 days. Oh, let's get the water tank Rick. Oh, she's nice. Water tank Rick. That's about what you want to see for a depth 13. A little bit rough back here, but look how dry she is. Oh my goodness, even in all this rain, look at that soil, how dry that soil is. The rest of the soil, I mean, I had water puddles earlier today, and the leaves are just soaked. So the setup works. This right here works. This one is a small enough structure to where it doesn't require that little piece of PVC. And this, I'm on a downhill grade, so it drains off downhill, which is great. Boy, the tomatoes took a beating earlier today. This Rick is still good. That one lost most of its plant. Look at that. This just blew in half. Got 2 suckers. And I'll grow a nice tomato off that. I'm not scared. Good Leahy, who is doing A-OK and has a bucket that supports a big old fat second branch, if you want to call it that. And just nice megas all over. Few fruit set, you know, a few fruit set. Real nice hopeful right here. Get that hopeful one. Oh, look at that. Grow, baby, grow. This is not a tomato channel though. It's a squash channel now. Yeah, I wanted to say pumpkin because it's in my habit. Depth 8 over here. Oh, that's the best you're gonna get to see her. She got a look at that stem. Look at that stem. Oh my goodness. Let me turn that fan off actually. This is something we need to talk about. So I'm seeing some folks have problems with this grow. Oh, I'm gonna step in the mud to do this, but sacrifices must be made. Bear with me. Yeah, so the stem and the vine leading into it. I didn't have a fan on this. And you see what we have there. She's brown. Dry my hand best I can because everything's super wet. And this dries a bone. Feels good. Feels good. And it'll heal up all right. Lost the secondary that came off of it because of it. Still have the main. But we're gonna try to push this fruit. This one doesn't have to be a magical fruit because it is kind of a porch pumpkin down here. What do we have? 150, 200 square foot tops. We're just gonna feed this little girl and try to get a decent fruit off of her. With any luck. Let's see if I can get this set back up. Oh boy. Easier said than done, Doc. Turn her on 3. We need some air. Look at that, inflate that back up. Puff it up. Oh yeah. And now we're back in business. Even when it's heavy and wet. Keeping things dry. It's like a circus tent. Oh, let's check Big Cindy. The 1592. Cindy Toback. Nice, big, beautiful plant. Still pushing out growth on our secondaries. Our main, there's our main. Yeah. We'll have to do something with that girl soon. I'm thinking about kicking her this way and running it that way along the fence. Anybody knows me knows that I like to keep my main going the whole season. Bear with me for a second. All right, so we should be day 16 on this fruit today. And scale numbers don't matter, pace numbers matter more than anything. And this thing is high and dry. She is gorgeous. Woo! Put a foot by her, Doc. Yeah. I love that collar. Nice stem. Good elevation down through there. Lots of slack in my vines. On secondaries. Oh. The main's nice and slacky. Yeah, baby. Had a nice stem split early on. Look at that. Ooh, everybody gets worried about those. I don't care about those. That means this old girl's pushing. And boy, she pushing hard. Blossom end. Not bad. Happy camper with that. Need to get her painted with some daconil soon. But until then, this depth 16, she lives underneath of this. Look at that, guys. Oh, isn't that nice? At some point, you get far too big for that to work. But for now, that's a good, easy way to turn one fan into two fans that keep everything nice and dry and happy. Oh, let's check Big Rick. Old 14-15 Rick. She's a DAP 19 today. 21 secondaries pushing behind her. Realistically, two of them have kind of petered out. So we have a good 19 pushing, plus the main. The main is, she's a big girl. And I would say I'm gonna do the same thing here. Take this main, kick her to this side and run that fence and let her grow all season. I got a lot of room over here from early in the season where a lot of those secondaries didn't fill in, didn't produce well. Let's see if we can kick this fan off. Yeah, same story, same dance over here. There it is. Yeah, she kicked off. Put my old muddy shoes up on the scale for this video. DAP 19. Nice fruit. Let's check out that blossom. Not bad. These are the regular checks you guys need to do whenever you're doing fruit looks. Is just look the body over, but really that stem and blossom. Are they happy and healthy? Do you have slack in your vines? Is anything pushing or tugging that shouldn't be pushing or tugging? Because you start getting crinkles and bends, you're gonna lose weight. It's like taking a water hose and pinching it or twisting it to where it's not flowing well. You want that water hose, and these water hoses going straight into this big old beautiful green gal right here. And that's what we're gonna do. All right, big old Rick's back to being inflated. Sea green, boy, she's just something to look at. Love that. A little bit concerned early on with the health of my plant early on the main vine, especially the Cindy plant here. But we've been all right for a while. Haven't lost a whole lot of the leaves. I got a few little raggeties here and there, but not bad. Nothing that needs to come off right now. Big Rick's solid. I hit these plants with a Iridomil Gold yesterday and a little bit of CalMag, about a half a liter across all the patch, because it's been so hard to feed them with all the rain, and I had a little break in the rain, so I fed them. Let's see what else. 5.2. Ron Wallace is 5.2. Love it because there's a fair bit of potassium in it, and if you look at my leaves, like look at these color, you're like, yep, you're starting to get some nitrogen. You're getting your nitrogen, doc. But potassium's the ring. And I don't have any issues with it yet, but we're going to want to mitigate that and keep it from happening, because these girls right here draw a lot of potassium. These girls right here draw a lot of magnesium and nitrogen. So that's the CalMag. I've got phosphorus in my soil. I've got calcium in my soil. Plenty. Don't really have to feed those a whole lot. And I'm really feeding three nutrients, I guess, with magnesium. A little bit of boron every so often, and otherwise it's the preventive measures with fungicides and insecticides. And my go-tos for those, everybody knows, Iridomil Gold, Rime, and insecticide I use imidacloprid exclusively. Don't have to use anything else. All right, folks, let's walk outside of this muddy mess. Mercy. I'm gonna try to do this video as I'm walking out. Bear with me. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching the video. Oh mercy, it's wet. It's probably raining on me a little bit. Not too bad actually at the moment. I'm not gonna overstate it. Collected plenty of water, Lord knows that. Got a little bit of weeds. I have insect pressure. I got problems like everybody else. Nothing major though. Man, it's been a good season so far. If we could just, I need my rain at about 70% what it is right now. Give me that 30% to get out and really work these plants. Weed pressure's been heavy because germination's been high because everything's wet on the topsoil. When you don't have wet on the topsoil, you have a chance for those seeds to just really not germinate. I think it's gonna be a good season. Oh baby, fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Doc out.